Disclaimer. The following program features language not suitable for all audiences, and the expressed opinions found within this program are a reflection of those who feature on the PopCulture Effect podcast. Welcome to the PopCulture Effect. I'm Rockin' Rob, and on this show I bring my closest friends together to talk about all of the news happening in our pop culture world around us. I would like to welcome everyone to another episode of our complete and utter random ramblings. I am joined today by all of my wonderful, fabulous friends of Menace.
Hello.
Of Blaze.
Hello.
Of Gemini.
Hello.
And Subset.
Heyo.
And we are here today to talk about a lot of the nostalgic aspects of media that have been cropping up. Because, you know, everybody loves a remaster. Everybody loves a nostalgia jerker, as it were.
But on to a show that's going to be based on a video game that a lot of us love. Trin, tell us about the Fallout show.
Wasn't paying attention.
Good job.
Anyway.
We are professionals.
I am a professional podcaster. Anyway, so yes, I think it's been kind of floating around for a little bit that Amazon in 2024 will be releasing a Fallout TV show that will be based off of the video game series Fallout. Which, if you are not familiar with that series, what is wrong with you? But I understand.
Dog water.
How dare you? But you know, it's basically a post-apocalyptic series set after a nuclear fallout, thus the name. And I think the filming had started back in July of 2022. So it's been in production for about a year now, I'd say. They've released some teasers and everything that apparently actually, the reason it's come up is because I think at Gamescom this year, Todd Howard had released some of the teasers for it because, you know, it will be releasing next year, and God Howard is, you know, he took over the franchise of it with Fallout 3 and everything. So from what apparently this will be set in Los Angeles, from what we know, which, you know, the first portions of the game did take place in California, out by I don't remember where exactly. I just know the one portion was Bakersfield, and that's pretty much it because I actually never played the first two Fallout games, but I did play New Vegas, and that takes place in Nevada, California area. So, you know, the West Coast is a very common area for the Fallout series.
You mean decimated?
What?
Well, the area that the first two games pop up, it's just barren. It is wrecked compared to the other games.
Barren, but you know, I know one of the cities is pretty much Bakersfield, and then you know, there's New Vegas, which is Las Vegas, and you know, there's a couple other tidbits, but it's you know, it's a wasteland. I know. Yeah,
but you also got to realize, for people out there who actually played the game and look at the lore, Bakersfield is actually one of the places they nuked.
Well, yeah, there were over 50 plus bombs that were launched. Many of them landed all over the world, and I think a shit ton in the US. It's why in the third game it's called the Capital Wasteland, because, you know, a nuke just decimated DC and everything.
It's for those of you wondering about the lore, it's essentially if the Cold War didn't go how it went and we actually all launched nukes at each other.
Yeah, pretty much. How everyone was thinking the Cold War was going to happen, that's the game.
Which is totally not going to happen in our real life.
From what we know about the show, obviously it's going to probably follow the story of some kind of vault dweller, which is a very common thing with these games, as in the games, most of humanity was able to be saved by being squirreled away in these vaults that were created in preparation for the impending apocalypse. In almost all of the games, except for the second game and New Vegas, you play as a vault dweller, someone who, you know, they live from the
air
vault.
Quotations.
Wow, saved. There is a twist with a lot of the vaults, but a few of them were able to save portions of humanity. Apparently it will be Vault 33, which I don't know if they have ever released information about Vault 33. Probably not.
No.
Yeah, so we don't know anything about Vault 33 because the thing with the vaults is a lot of them are experiments. They are experiments to test humanity on what would happen in certain scenarios. So that's why
just their own sick-minded experiment.
Well, yeah, there's
reason. testing.
Yeah, they're to test humanity on certain things. Some of them were control vaults and nothing happened, but a good portion of them were sick, twisted experiments. So we don't know if this will be one from, that's a control group, if it's a sick, twisted experiment. We're not sure. They have posted some sets already of the famous Super Duper Mart, which is essentially like this universe's version of like Walmart. That's the most like widespread chain store that I can think of that's not localized, because then I'd be like labeling off I don't know, Kroger's in the south or Wegmans up north here. I don't know if there's Wegmans. I don't know how common or all over the place Wegmans is. But I know Kroger's is a southern thing, I think. Yeah. Publix?
Like a Quick Trip or a Circle K?
It's basically a Walmart, Target, I think. I don't actually. It's basically a big chain, mostly grocery store, I think. But they've showed pictures of how Power Armor is going to look, which is really cool. That's basically like, as the name implies, Power Armor. It's big hunkin' suits of metal, and if you use Power Armor, you're a
Hey.
I use it for the carry weight.
Anyway,
without the power armor on.
Regardless, though, description and backstory aside, I am very excited for this because the Fallout series is one of my favorite Bethesda titles. I'd say even more so than Elder Scrolls. Weirdly enough, as much as I love fantasy, I think I love Fallout a bit more. And so, I'm curious to see where they'll go. This is a live action movie, so that's fine. Honestly, I feel like
I feel like it would work better as a live action.
Yeah, it is a TV show, not a movie. This is a live action TV series. So,
They can do
I'm
a lot
honestly
of
fine
practical
with that.
effects with this, too.
Oh, yeah, no. I feel like this is honestly a pretty good thing for them to do live action. I'm very excited to see, one, I'm curious where this is going to take place in the timeline of Fallout, or I swear to God, they better not. If they do an offshoot, alternate universe timeline for the TV show, that I'm going to be upset about that, I will admit. Because the Fallout series has a very definitive timeline that is set in stone. I know sometimes Bethesda likes to do some little wiggle room, what's the word where they retconning. I know they've retconned a few things here and there. That's besides the point. That's a very common thing. I do that all the time. Anyway, so I swear to God though, if they do an alternate universe kind of thing, or it's oh, this is the FCU or something, Fallout Cinematic Universe or something, I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be smad. But I am curious where this will take place, because there's a lot of things that have happened in the West Coast from the game. Ranging from, is this going to take place not too long after the bombs have fallen, more closer to the timeline of the games, where it's, I think, 100 to 200 years after the bombs have fallen? Is it going to take place even later after the games have happened? Is it going to take place in between? I don't know. And I'm curious to see what they'll do, where they'll take this story and everything. I'm very curious to see.
What is it? 76 were the first air quotations to be let out, right?
If I recall, yes, that was their experiment, was they were to be let out 25 years after the apocalypse to rebuild America, and that was in the Appalachian Mountains in West Virginia and Virginia. So that's on the opposite side of the country. So it's possible something like that could be referenced if it's an earlier plot line, but I highly doubt it. If anything, it could be an early plot line of them people recolonizing the West, or it could be a bit later and they might have references to the older games, especially Fallout 1 and 2, because those took place in California. Again, whether or not the references, they would probably have to happen after the games or in between, because it is I think in 60 to 80 year time gap between 1 and 2. So I'm not too sure. Or no, it's not going to be a retelling of the games, because Vault 33 we don't know anything about, and they came from other vaults. Well, the Vault Dweller from the first game came from... Angel, do you know which vault he came from?
On who?
The original Vault Dweller from Fallout 1.
Not on top of my head, I'm going to be honest, but it was...
Vault 13.
Vault 13. Wow, really?
Holy shit. Also, guess what year the first Fallout game came out?
I don't
I'm gonna guess 98.
You're close. 97.
Oh.
That was the year I was born.
October 10th, 1997.
A year before I existed? Ew.
They
were top-down turn-based fighters at that point.
Yeah, they were. They were isometric, top-down, turn-based. Yeah, I was 5 months old when that game came out. Just shy of 5 months old when that game came out. Good lord. Anyway, back on topic of the show, I'm excited to see where they'll take the story-wise, plot-wise, timeline, where it's going to fall. I'm also very curious how, if they stick to it looks like they're going to stick to a lot of the world building because they have power armor, they have the super duper mart, which is that's kind of like a more subtle thing because that's like a setting you can just go to. It's more like you like clear out ghouls or find supplies and everything. I'm curious how the ghouls are going to look, both between the feral ghouls and just the regular ghouls. I'm curious how they're going to look. God, I hope they have that I've been smoking since I popped out of the womb voice of, hey, smooth skin, how's it going kind of voice. Like, I really hope they do keep that because that's like a key quality of
now listen,
you know,
I do know.
Just having that I've been smoking for like, yeah. Ooh, and the suit. Yes, that's another thing. FEV creatures between like super mutants and such. I really hope they do
give me
good on
Gronk.
that. They show 'em. Yeah,
Give
like some
me
kind
Gronk.
of.
You need to
Yeah.
know the bot.
Angel, your mic completely cut out. No, dude, that's disrespectful. You can't hit him with that, bro. Angel, hello? Hello, guys? Did we all die? Hello? What the hello, guys?
What just
What
happened?
the God, dude, your mic cut out and it just became silence.
Yeah,
What?
everybody died.
I think
Oh.
Discord like crashed.
Holy shit, dude, that was scary. All right, Angel.
Oh, destroying our game.
Okay, retrace your steps by like 30 seconds, dude.
What
We're
was the
talking about
last
super
thing you
mutants.
guys?
Yeah,
We're talking about super
You
mutants.
starting your talking.
yeah, super mutants, and that's when it got cut off.
Okay. I was talking. I found out that for the Nuka-Colas, they're using the rocket bottle shape for the Nuka-Colas in this. So people are guessing this is probably around Fallout 4 and up due to the specific time in lore and real life, given how they had to change the standard, Nuka-Cola bottle from looking like too much like Coca-Cola to the rocket ones that we have now.
Well, I mean, if they have to do that for legal reasons, they're probably just keeping that regardless, whether or not it's around Fallout or not.
Speaking of Nuka-Cola, I actually have Jones did a limited edition run of this bottle where they did a replica of the Nuka-Cola Quantum drink.
Excellent.
And I
That's
actually have one of them that is still sealed and has the liquid inside it.
That's actually
I'm jealous.
I haven't. And did you drink the other one?
I did buy 2 and I did drink 1.
Nice.
How was it?
Pretty good.
Did
It's
you
like a
drink-
blue raspberry.
Did you drink the other one?
Is your skin sloughing off yet?
No, I still got it at the moment.
Good. But now if you drink the second one, then you might have some problems.
See,
Yeah,
I
especially
mean,
after
considering
so
that
long.
the thing's now expired, yeah, it probably would kill me.
Expiration dates on soda. They're just more of like,
know,
it's
you
best
know.
You know what's
Before.
bad? You know what's bad when your real life quantum starts actually glowing.
But anyway, quick on topic about the super mutants. It is possible that they will show them because of the fact that I'm 98% sure they did originate in California area because of it was I think Fort Mariposa is where a lot of them first started being made, was out there. So it is possible
See.
that they will have super mutants in this.
I want to see the super mutants, and I want to see how they do the Mr. Handys, Assaultrons, all the robots, because those are some
yeah.
of my favorite enemies.
Yeah, the little like robot dudes and bigger robots that are scary.
You're talking about the Sentry
Assaultrons.
bots.
Sentry bots and look, when you have an Assaultron running at you with that bright glowing red head and you know you're gonna get incinerated in 5 seconds if you're not quick enough, that's terrifying.
That is fair.
Also, the sound of a super mutant suicider hot on your ass cheeks. Nothing makes me cry more than a super mutant suicider.
When you hear the beeping of a mini nuke.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A suicider, they're holding a fucking mini nuke and you hear them beeping like 3 feet away, 3 feet behind you. I'm like, oh.
I also hope, at least for like a season finale or some big episode, they either show a Mirelurk Queen or an Abomination.
I'm hoping they show Behemoth if they do have super mutants.
Oh god, subset Grafton monsters.
Yeah, that's right. Centaurs?
Galley-dashers. The Galley-dashers.
Well, the
Oh,
thing is,
no.
those two specific things won't pop up in this thing. That's in Appalachia.
Are those specifically Appalachian
Yes.
monsters?
Yes.
Well,
Yes, they are. At least the
Not-
Snallygaster and the Grafton. They're kind of stuck where they're from.
those, yeah, but the centaurs, they're just like super mutant pets.
Oh yeah. Those will definitely show up in this. I hope they show those because those things are gonna be terrifying. The only problem is that depending on where it's taking place, they're gonna be you only encounter centaurs in specific places.
Well, that's why I said a lot of the super mutants, I think, originated from California because of Fort Mariposa, which is in California, and that's where it's going to take place. So it's possible we'll see a decent amount of super mutants. I guess it all depends on, like I said, when it takes place.
Mhm.
That's the big question. When is this taking place? And I want to know, but we won't know until next year because that's when it drops, and they still haven't even released a solid date, just 2024. So it's going to be on Amazon Prime Video, though. So I'm
We're
excited.
gonna see stealth. I hope we see the stealth ones, the Greys.
Oh yeah, the Nightwalkers, or no, Nightkin. That's what they're called.
Nightkin, yeah.
I hated those things. I hated them.
We're gonna see like something big and heavy just come out of nowhere.
Curious is, will
That's
they
awesome.
have? And I guess again, this falls into when is if they're gonna have any cameos of like other characters. Probably not, but I'm curious, or at least references.
Right.
Boone, my beloved.
They could have the Robo Dude from the casino in New Vegas.
They could have what's his name? God, what's the New Vegas main guy? Angel, help me out here.
New Vegas main guy. He doesn't really have a name. The Courier?
No, not Courier. The dude that you're like that controls New Vegas. What's his name again?
Oh, the one in the checker suit?
Not Benny.
Not Benny. I didn't.
The main guy that you're delivering the chip to. The head honcho. You always see him on a screen.
I never played those. I have never played New Vegas.
Oh my god. I'm gonna have to look it up.
I know the vaults and the lore of specific shit. I don't remember the end game of the person you're delivering shit. Who cares? I want to know more about the vaults in this bitch.
I know you do, but I'm trying to remember
thinking
the
of,
main guy of New Vegas.
That cowboy robot guy.
Oh, I don't remember his name though. No, it was the guy of New Vegas. Mr. House. Goddamn. How can I forget that? Named after one of my favorite doctors. Anyway, that is my feelings and opinions on the Fallout TV show. Honestly, I don't even know if it has an actual name or if it's just going to be Fallout the TV show. But moving on from that, Tyler, what do you have about us for the Fear Feet Black Summer Games Showcase?
So Fearfest came out. It was a 3-day event, another game showcase.
Another
gosh.
one. Another one. There's been like 7. Oh no, that's
And I've covered them all.
Literally. You are the games master.
But this was actually another 3-day event where they showcased games the first day. They gave out awards. This is all horror game based. I should preface this. This is all horror game based. And then on the 3rd day there were like some interviews about stuff like Alan Wake 2 and other stuff like that. But the main thing that I'm going to be covering is the first day where they announced the new games that are coming out, and they gave some trailers for stuff that was like announced at earlier showcases and stuff like that. So we got a new trailer for Alone in the Dark, a new trailer for Stalker 2, a new trailer for Alan Wake 2, interviews about a game called Still Wakes the Deep, and a new trailer for a new Silent Hill game, Silent Hill Ascension. For the new games that were announced, we got Days of Doom, which is an RPG roguelike coming to Steam and consoles on September 21st. We got Deceit 2, which is a horror social deduction game coming out on September 14th on the consoles and Steam. Slave Zero X got a new trailer, and that doesn't have a release date yet. It's just in the first quarter of 2024. Revile is a new game coming out. It's a psycho thriller game focusing on story, puzzles, and exploration. It's going to be on Steam. No release date yet for that. Edge of Sanity is a Lovecraftian themed horror game coming to Steam. And the last one that was the last one that was announced was No Son of Mine, which was released on, there was a first look on it at other game showcases. It is a survival horror title that combines combat, stealth, exploration, puzzle solving, and that is going to be available on all all platforms, including Switch and PlayStation. But yeah, there wasn't really much. One of the games I am looking into is Deceit 2. I always like the multiplayer horror social deception games, kind of like Among Us, but with a more horror aspect. Days of Doom. I always like RPGs. I like roguelikes. So I'm gonna be looking out for those. But other than that, there were some awards given out. I actually didn't get to look into that too much, but I know Alan Wake got one of them for like Alan Wake 2 got one for like biggest horror game that's coming out. But yeah.
Need more games on console.
There definitely need to be more console games, or more
period.
PC ports, PC games that get ported over to console. And my phone's being dumb. Give me a second. But yeah, that's all I got for this Fearfest horror game showcase. Going on to another horror game that most of us have been playing.
That pupper is really passionate about the horror game that you're about to talk about.
Oh yeah. Subset, tell us about the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that's come out recently.
Sure thing. Is my dog's being picked up?
Those dogs are really rowdy about Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dude. They love it.
Dogs barking and stuff, that's gonna happen. There's nothing you could really do about that.
I don't know. I know
Just like my dog's barking in the background. That's how I am during the actual games of playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Because it can get heated. Like last time, we talked about that. There was a game. I didn't have a lot of experience of it. Now I do, but playing it a lot. At least enough to get me, the last time I checked, 15 hours in the game. Which isn't a lot, to be honest, but it's enough to really get a good grasp for this game, which I will say, comparing to like what we got, comparing it to DBD, this is really nice. A good, fun game to just hop in with some of your friends, either being killers or you being the survivors. All the playable builds that you're able to make and craft, learning the maps, learning your killer, or learning your character that you wanted to play. It's been a fun experience. To very frustrating moments, to not so frustrating moments, to long games, to very short games. Like, this game is doing pretty impressive over itself, even given that it got in a small patch on September 5th, fixing like some bugs here and there. One of which was a bit surprising is them removing PC from the crossplay pool for the time being to deal with hackers and improving their anti-cheat, which that's a nice refresher to see.
Like, I didn't even realize, thinking about, or I never even thought about it, but using wall hacks in that game has got to be like insane. If people using wall hacks have got to be insane in that game.
Not even with just using walls. They could just, you could just use ability for either killer or victim and just have that ability active all the time.
Wait, so you could be like Leatherface using Johnny's ability?
Well, no. What I'm thinking, like some of the perks as a killer or victim, it highlights something for you, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was like thinking in a form of, they're hacking, other than like the stamina hack or some shit like that. Because I'll be honest, I haven't went up against, or as far as I can tell, went up against hackers in my time.
That's fair.
So I can't say for sure what kind of hacks or issues that came up. All I know is that hackers was prominent, and they're doing a step up to deal with them this early on.
See,
I don't know about you, but playing two different killers, I haven't been playing much of the victim, because I'll be honest, I had a bit more fun playing the killers than I do as a victim. I only wish my friends here play it more often.
See, I like the randomness. I don't like just being one the entire time, like how you guys like to play. I like loading into a game and not knowing, am I gonna have to hunt these people down, or am I gonna have to panic, run, and scream?
I just want to mention that I'm glad that within the first 24 hours of playing the game, I figured out a glitch where you could have an infinite sprint, but only for Leatherface.
The thing is,
that's not a glitch though. It's a mechanic
intended.
that's built in.
It's definitely
it
not intended.
drains your stamina.
It is intended because it's like he said, it still drains your stamina, but you have a chance of overheating if you don't tap it correctly. It's a mechanic.
Right, fine. I'll edit out that whole thing. Continue, Subset.
Now, I hope this game's gonna have a long shelf life, because other than like small leaks about some cosmetics, new map, which people are theorizing is gonna be Nancy's house, and the next killer that we've been teased to be getting is Nancy as a new victim, a new killer, and another victim I can't remember his name, but he's going to be a bit of a tinkerer, working with like objects, like toolboxes, or even like things they interact to learn them faster. So far, the game is still a bit bare bones, but there's a lot of replayability if you're just here trying to have some fun. Granted, it could be a bit frustrating going against people who already been playing this game since it came out and just playing nothing of it, because it is a fun game, though it does take a while to level up some perks for each character or their main ability as some characters. But boy, do I have seen some nutty things during this game, from unkillable victims to really surprising killer plays. I'm not gonna lie. And I hope this continues on with new maps, new killers as it goes on year by year. And I hope my friends here will play it more often so I can actually have people to talk to but myself and make me feel like a loony bin.
But Dead by Daylight is just so much better of a game.
Wait, who?
I agree.
Dead by Daylight is just so much better of a game.
Okay, first off, this is gonna be a hot take. No, it is not. I'm sorry. Even though I haven't played the game enough, but I gave it so many chances and so many different points of its runtime that I just cannot.
Yeah, I can agree with Unkinked. I haven't played Texas Chainsaw Massacre as much, but I can say Texas Chainsaw has a really good charm to it that just Dead by Daylight doesn't.
But as a person who hates all those types of games, I have to agree. Texas Chainsaw, I feel it does better at balancing between what the killers have to do and what the survivors have to do. Unlike where Dead by Daylight, you just gotta like maybe put up a totem and then you're just free to run around and slash everybody.
Yeah, but that's the
You
best
actually
part.
need to, as a killer in this game, you need to make sure that the gates aren't unlocked, make sure that your power generators are going, make sure that you're feeding ground paw to get your level up. You actually have more stuff to do than just be a killer.
And I'm throwing this out, and this is another hot take. At least, as seeing this is not a fair comparison, I'm going to be honest, seeing that TCM hasn't been out that long. But with Dead by Daylight, they have nerfed time and time again the survivors or anything good that you can do to at least have an edge against the killers. While they're all not only, I've seen some nerfs to killers, but mostly buffs that I just can't wrap my head around. Like, it's just
The samurai
easier.
dude and his bleed effect.
It's legit easier just to be a killer than you are like a survivor. Granted, that can just be me not giving the game enough time, but during its just playing one match, one of the games, I have a higher chance in winning or doing much more than one, while in the other I just have to wing it, have luck on my side. If they're gonna find me, or how can I lose them, or they have this certain things that make it rather difficult to do stuff like doing your gens, totems, or getting out of a grapple while they pick you up. Shall I talk about the infamous mini game where you just gotta, I forgot how they do it, like you gotta time it, those time things?
This isn't a debate though. Like, I mean, Trid's muted right now, so there isn't really a debate.
I know, I'm just hating on a game. I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's just with this.
See, I hate both of them, honestly. I just like that they're like how you said essentially, and I think your point is that Texas Chainsaw feels a lot more balanced compared to DVD.
I'm just going on a rant. I'm sorry, folks.
And this is how the entire Dead by Daylight community gets mad at us, and we don't get anything.
It's fine. It's fine. They hate their own game too, like most gamers are. But I hope everybody will check it out a little bit more. Or if you already have, I hope it brings you some good memories. Moving along from this video game of a classic movie, we're gonna go into a bit of a resurgence of a classic game console. Blaze, we like to talk about the Atari 2600 announcement.
Yeah, and this is something that's way before all of us, but something we all know about.
Because of E.T. on the Atari, and it's the worst game ever made in creation.
Stop
Anyway.
that game. You like it.
Atari's making a bit of a resurgence by making a and if I can talk today, god damn.
You got this, please.
I need to play this for myself.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yeah.
But anyway, Atari's
I
coming
can't
back
hear
and is making a retro system remake of the Atari 2600 called the Atari 2600 Plus, which is going to be a modernized version of it that will play on HD TVs and will have a cartridge that will have 10 of the popular games for the Atari 2600 back in the day, along with being able to play the original 2600 and 7800 cartridges to actually slot in and play if you're able to find any of the original games. I know a lot of people probably don't even know they exist anymore or have thrown out the cartridges, but if you can go to a pawn shop, you go to any kind of secondhand retro stores, you can find them pretty cheap. A lot of them are pretty cheap, and you can play a lot of the old classic games that got a lot of people into video games back in the day. I'm kind of interested in it.
So I didn't want to interrupt you, but that name is stupid.
Yeah.
It does sound cool, though.
Why is everyone adding just plus to everything?
Because that's the gimmick.
Because it means
Either
it's more.
It's either a plus, the word new,
Or
ultimate edition. Edition is another one they really overuse because everything has to be its own edition.
But anyway, the 10 games in one cartridge that it comes with will have Adventure, Combat, Dodge 'em, Haunted House, Maze Craze, Missile Command, Real Sports Volleyball, Surround, Video Pinball, and Yar's Revenge. Those are all the games that it's going to come with. It's going to be priced at $130 with pre-orders available now on Atari's website and should be coming out in mid-November.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say 100 or 800? I misheard how much you said it was.
130.
130, okay.
But
Not
yeah,
bad for a classic console, but
it really
the
isn't.
Atari was already such a niche system. Like,
Right? I feel like nobody, I don't know. I feel like they should have marketed it maybe just over $100.
the people who already had, or the people who are gonna want to buy this, are literally just to be like, yeah, my Atari that I've still kept working for all these years finally crapped out, so I might as well get this new one.
It's mostly just going to be a nostalgia. It's going to be more so of a nostalgic collector's piece. Only a certain amount of people are probably going to buy this. I don't see it like selling out anytime soon, but you never know. Something like this, people might enjoy just for the simplistic.
The people who do
That's
buy
fair.
it are just people whose original Ataris are just like so decayed and so archaic that they just don't work anymore.
That's literally what I said. my
Oh, did you actually just? Oh my
That's
gosh!
literally what I
Oh
just
my god!
You
Oh.
fucking copycat.
Dude, I swear to God, I didn't mean to do.
It's like
I did not.
I just heard this idea or something, and it popped in my
am
head. I had to
definitely-
say it.
I'm definitely gonna cut that out.
Like a true colonizer, Robbie.
Oh, jeez.
Yup, I just.
Robbie C. Robbie do.
Oh, I am so sorry about that. Holy shit.
Anyway, with that out of the way, Robbie, you want to tell us about another gaming device coming out with the PlayStation Portal?
It's not even a device, dude. It's literally the Wii U. The way they announced this. Okay, so this is a console that's going to come out. It's not even a console. So this PlayStation Portal device is basically a connectable screen to your actual PlayStation. It works in a lot of the same ways that the Wii U did for that console that died like immediately because it was just awful. So basically, this little device is going to start at $300 Canadian, which is going to be about $200 American. It has an 8-inch LCD screen with 1080p at 60 FPS. But it connects remotely via Wi-Fi. So if you do not have Wi-Fi, you cannot play it. And you have to be in the house with the console. So it is literally the Wii U. So I don't even know why Sony thought this was a good idea or what market. Like, if you want to make...
After the whole...
If you want to make I just want to say this real quick. If you want to make an actual spiritual successor to the PSP, make a Switch knockoff and just have it be like the Steam Deck or whatever and have it connect into the Sony's network. Don't make an add-on to the console where...
Exactly what I was going to say.
With the track record of the Wii U, nobody... Like, the biggest issue with the Wii U, was the fact that the mechanics ruined any possibility of games being ported to it. This PlayStation Portal doesn't have any of the touchscreen, but it is literally just a viewable screen. It is a nothing burger.
It's literally just game sharing it onto a handheld. Which
Yes, but you can't even
Microsoft
take it
has
anywhere.
already
You have to
been
stay in your
doing.
house. It's the worst.
It's for when you want to. It's for when you want to play.
It's for
Final
when you wanna
Fantasy on
pl-
the shitter.
It's for when you want to play God of War while just taking a fat shit about 5 feet away from your console. Because you know there's going to be...
Or when your mom wants you to get off the TV so you go and play it in your room.
Yeah, exactly. It is the single stupidest move Sony could make as a company, aside from selling the rights to Spider-Man. Like, this
I mean, there's a lot of stupid moves that they could do. I think that are bigger than this, but
That's a fair point.
it is a pretty big one. Like
Did they not
gaming
learn?
company-
Like Nintendo literally had to be like, hey, so we're not not only are we gonna stop production for the Wii U, we're actually gonna stop production for a 3DS and just fully commit to this Switch, because if we don't, we're probably not gonna be a company.
I do
Yeah,
find
like-
it funny
I shouldn't say
though
that,
that
though.
I do find it funny though the PlayStation Portable design is literally a tablet with a
Yep.
PS5 controller split in half and put
Yep.
on the sides.
It's the worst. It literally looks like a third party modder.
It looks like
made it.
It looks like those old things you used to be able to get at like a dollar store or like a little store, where you
Right?
could put a controller thing on the
Yup.
edges of your phone so you could play it like a controller.
Literally like something out of Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
I genuinely believe that this is going to severely backfire. This will not do well whatsoever. And
I think it will do well actually, only because for the people who want that don't want their kids to be using the main TV and they want to use it or stuff like that.
I get that, but then just make it be a console in and of itself, so that way
Yes.
you're not locked in your house. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Make it. It baffles my mind how they were like, yeah, we're gonna make a portable console that lets you stream PlayStation 5 games, but you can't.
call it. I can't understand why they can call it portable. Why they can
It's
call it a
literally just
portable
streaming.
console if you can't even leave
The house
where
Yeah.
the console itself is.
It's
It's
unbelievable.
almost
The
no other form
copium
of game
that
sharing,
Sony,
which has already been viable with phones.
right? Sony's
Yeah.
just huffing like gallons of copium that they think this thing is gonna actually sell well at $300 Canadian too. The fact that they're selling it for $300, like nobody's gonna buy that.
I'm
Nobody's
having
gonna.
You could buy
flashbacks
an
to when we
OLED.
were talking about the Switch coming out and having this exact conversation.
I mean, you're not wrong.
At the same time, too, for that price, you could just buy a Switch, or
And then you
could
get
buy
a
one of
console
those
that is in and of itself. I can't
Yeah,
stress.
but look,
that this is
the
so
convenience though.
The thing is that you gotta buy the here. Let me fact check this real
No,
quick.
you
gotta
can buy the
you gotta buy the
Switch Lite.
PS5. If you don't have it, you gotta buy the PS5, right? What are PS5s going for right now?
Well, they're a lot more ready available, so retail they're 500 or sometimes like
Th-
five.
That's 500.
550.
That's
And then if you
That's
want-
$1,000. That's
Yeah, that's
Oh.
$800 if you want to play it, but you still want to be able to walk
Oh,
around your house
but
while you
wait.
play.
But wait for it. Games are $80 a piece. So if you buy 2 games, that's $1,000 that you have spent.
Well, no, because if you get what most
You're talking
most
about a
people will
PlayStation
just
bundle.
get most people will either get the bundle or they'll get the PlayStation Plus, whatever, which is like $15, and they'll get a bunch of games.
That thing with
So,
a
like-
plus at the end of it. I swear to God.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
It will literally. That's the thing in media that we will never escape. The concept of a plus sign, the concept of it
No.
being new, and just
Plus, Pass, or Ultra. There we go.
definitive. Definitive is the one that we're gonna see a lot more as time goes on. It's gonna be. Oh God! It's gonna be. What's that character's name? Bubsy the Bobcat Definitive Edition.
Oh, Bubsy.
But yeah, that PlayStation
Don't even-
Portal is not gonna do well though. I think it'll sell well because PlayStation Sony owners are ravenous. They literally crave anything that gives them a shred of uniqueness.
It's gonna sell well, but it's gonna lose its charm very quick, and people are gonna immediately try
Exactly,
to put it in aftermarket.
because as I will repeat, it is not a console. It is a screen. There's nothing in the. Oh, okay. I
think
need to
you're
end
getting
this.
a little too heated.
I
at
need to end this episode before I literally blow a gasket about this.
It's a casting
great.
device, essentially. Is what
Literally, it is a broadcasting device, and I genuinely need to put an end to this episode before because I'm literally gonna go on a rant about this because I cannot in good conscience believe that we live in a world 2023 where we have the Wii U 2. It's
Okay, but here's the thing. Did you never notice the 50 billion accessories that were sold for the Wii?
okay.
I'm not
yes,
surprised that the
but
Wii is
those
shit.
had purpose. Those
Did they?
Yes, they did. You're telling me.
Did you really need a fucking steering wheel to play
Yes,
Mario when you
absolutely.
could just grab your
Absolutely.
And you
I
just give
needed
it the old flip arena. No, you
I needed all the
that
sports
button
based
used items
attachments,
on the
like
back
the
was
baseball
actually
bat,
useful.
the golf club,
Instead
the
of having
tennis
the
racket.
Did you really need, no,
Oh,
you
yeah.
did
Instead of having
not.
to-
You did not need the tennis
Are you
racket
telling
for
me that
Wii
you can
Tennis.
play Guitar
Okay.
Hero without the guitar? Tell me that.
I didn't play Guitar Hero.
That's different. That's different than
That's
the random ass accessories that she's talking about.
Fair point. But
This is
still,
getting very
this is
heated.
the
You didn't need
PlayStation
a
Portal is-
full-on foam gun
for
to play
people
Call of
who
Duty.
actually need it, Bobbert.
The PlayStation Portal is the single worst decision in any gaming medium aside from the
When hasn't gaming medium, whatever, made a terrible fucking decision about something? They
Remember
always
PSP
do with
Vita?
every iteration.
I mean, I
They
think the
always
Steam Deck
fucking
is a
Upset
pretty
every
good
time you
decision.
scream, your mic peaks and we can't hear what you're saying.
Perfect.
Okay.
You want to know what was a failure with the Xbox? I'm gonna be honest. Connect.
Power,
Failure.
the power
no,
supply.
Duh. The Kinect was so bad that Matthew McMuscles, a guy on YouTube, had to make a video called "What Happened," where he goes over the terrible decision that was the Kinect.
I can tell you even before then. The power supply. The Red Ring of Death. Anybody remember?
Oh
Don't
yeah.
even get me started. I
Yeah.
remember when that first happened. I was
Had
such
to,
a...
had to
Mine is
change
still
the
fine.
entire way that their console imported electricity from your wall.
See,
I
I
think
work at a
mine is
game
still
store,
fine.
and we don't even buy those Xboxes because of the red ring.
Yeah, no shit. You know that's a liability right there, dude.
You're a liability.
Yes, you are. Anyway, besides the point, it's just they will always think of some quick cash money grabbing scheme with their new generation of console. They're just gonna do it. We just kind of have to move on, forget it existed, and it'll get buried in the sands of time, like the Wii tablet.
We're never gonna get a Switch Pro. It's never
It was
going to
It
happen.
was the Sheikah Slate. Thank you.
No, it was like an actual drawing tablet for no, not the,
The Wii
Switch,
U.
the Wii.
The Wii U.
Was it the Wii U?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
I
the
didn't have the
travesty
Wii U.
that we're repeating with the PlayStation Portal because companies don't let. I'm gonna. I want to say that I appreciate everybody who's taken. I want to thank
Please tell me
everybody.
you stopped the recording.
No, I'm doing my outro. I haven't done the outro yet, dog. I haven't done the outro yet.
Go on.
Just do your outro.
Anyways, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to our ramblings. I want to implore everybody to look into all of the crazy stories that have been going on. Genuinely, some weird stuff has been going, like some weird stuff in animation all across the board. It's been a crazy
Full
day
nostalgia
for me.
week is what
Right,
I'd
a
say.
full nostalgia week. Did I do the call to action about the other podcast?
No, you didn't. No, you
Okay.
didn't.
Okay, I'd like to also, before we end off, implore everybody to go check out all the other amazing podcasts that go on at CJSW. And I want to say that I want to thank all my lovely co-hosts for being a part of this again. I don't know if it's ever gonna end. It probably won't. So we're just gonna keep trucking along with Menace,
Oh yeah. Always a good time.
with Subset. All
Every
right,
cue. Every cue.
with Gemini,
Pleasure as always.
with Blaze.
Always a fun one.
And Subset.
Heyo.
Okay, and I just want to say thank you all for joining me today, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
And at YouTube.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.